It has finally happened. My name is Werner Puchert, and this is Finding Frequency. Now, what you don't know is that this is probably take 4 of this recording. The reason for that is that I am, and I'm already struggling over my words, extremely tired. I had my first real, honest to God, truly dedicated, insane, super fulfilling digital workshop today. Something that myself and a group of colleagues have been working on. Has been a brilliant client, senior people. We really worked towards this, and it finally happened today. Of course, there's always things to improve, and I just said to myself after the session that I am super grateful for what happened. I'm super grateful to have met all the people. I think that I was able to share a message, and they were sharing ideas and thoughts with me, and it was just one of the first times that I could push a digital project fully in the world of virtual. Of course, I've done lots of this kind of stuff before, but I haven't even met some of the folks on the call face-to-face yet, which is kind of uncommon for a consultant like me. We like to go out and meet people and look them in the eye. And for the first time, even though we are in the same city, mere kilometers away from each other, we are forced to do it virtually. And that also meant that we could bring in colleagues from even further afield. So it was really interesting to meet with these people. But I have to say, even though I'm trying to make this recording as energetic as possible, I am completely burnt out. I am done. I'm spent. I am tired. But it's a good tired. It's that tiredness of accomplishment and sitting back and just enjoying the moment. Now I also peer over to my laptop and I see the inbox is already filling up gratefully with more requests and more jobs to be done. But I'm begging you, I just need a few minutes. I just need a little bit of time to recharge. I'm back in action again. I promise. But I also have a backup plan. You see, I know that there's someone waiting to take care of my podcast for me. And I'm going to hand over the rest of the episode to a very, very special and good friend of mine. She'll take care of you guys while I step over to finish my packing, because you see, my wife and I and the little one, we are escaping to the countryside for the next couple of days. So a little bit less apartment, still a little bit of screen time because work needs to be done, but at least I'll be doing it from a space where there's fresh air and just nature. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Hi there. My name is Gosia. I'm a UI UX designer based in Warsaw, Poland. I like crafts. My brain is like composed mostly of random facts and song lyrics. And I'm a huge procrastinator. I mean, I'm doing this like at the last day before the deadline. So yeah. I met Werner when I started working at Deloitte. He was one of my managers and one of the people who really brightened up my days at the company. He was actually kind enough to laugh at my jokes and indulge my sometimes unrelated tangents and random anecdotes. So, thank you, Werner.
Well, thank you, Gosia, and thanks for doing this, because I think this podcast is mostly about random topics and unrelated tangents.
What I learned about myself in this time of quarantine is I'm actually more resilient than I give myself credit for. I mean, I used to think that I was hopeless. Like, if there was any kind of apocalypse, not only zombie, but like any kind, I would be the first to go. And like a sort of apocalypse is here, and I'm still here, and I'm coping better than I thought. So, I mean, I'm adapting pretty well considering the circumstances, but I still have this huge mess in my house but I always have this huge mess in my house. What else is new? I can be pretty brave. I mean, I have to be. This recording is a huge step of my comfort zone. But I also can stand down an angry neighbor who came to complain about the open elevator door. So there. I have the ability to plan out meals and shop with a list, which I never could before the quarantine. I can have those days when I feel like crap and eat junk food and do nothing but, I don't know, play Pokemon all day, and the world doesn't end. And I feel so much better than back when I still had those kinds of days, but I gave myself so much shit for it, and I felt like even worse after. And now I have those days, and I feel like shit then, but the day after, I actually feel fine, and I say, oh, I needed that. Good for me. Now let's get back to work. I also discovered that I can be imperfect and vulnerable in front of other people, and they don't seem to like me less for it. It's just, oh, yeah, like you're human, so what? But yeah, it's a huge step for me. I also discovered that I cope with difficult situations with my humor, sometimes with poor results. And although I do love my creative projects and they give me so much happiness, if something goes wrong, like the other day I ordered a new skein of yarn for the project that I currently have on my needles, and the color doesn't match, and I plunged myself into a pit of despair over it. So it's a double-edged sword. I'm trying to work with that. And now the artistic part, because Werner asked me to perform a little something on my ukulele. I don't own the music, I don't own half of the lyrics, so if you recognize this, then high five. Okay, here goes. Raise a glass to freedom, something we'll experience once again. No matter what it seems like, this quarantine will surely end. Raise a glass to those in healthcare, to retail workers everywhere. Stay home, wear masks and wash your hands. This quarantine will surely end. This quarantine will someday end.
Thanks for listening.